Hey everybody, Outsider Pat here, and with my 2025 Chevrolet Equinox EV, which I've had for over 9 months now. Bought it in December 2024. We're now end of August 2025, and I had one of my viewers ask me when I did my long-term review video, either that or on a short. I couldn't find a comment, but somebody asked me, how is it at nighttime? And so I'm just going to do a nighttime drive. This is actually either the perfect time or the worst time because we have a rainy day, middle of the night. It's a little bit over 10 p.m. and you can tell it's raining outside, lots of rain, and so no moon coverage at all. Complete cloud cover over here. Here's a look at what the lights look like nighttime. I'm assuming they'd like to know because yeah, it does look like the headlights are small, so the headlights are down here, right? Of course. And so the light bar is just a light bar, just looks cool. LCF, look cool factor. And these are the headlights. So I got automatic high beam. We'll see how that works. On my drive, I am going up the mountains. I wish I could point, but they're somewhere in there. So we're gonna definitely leave the village here where there is some lighting on the roads to absolute darkness with overcast. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to show you guys exactly what the visibility is going to be like with these kind of lights. Also, I'm going to do a video in the winter because there's been a lot of questions about these kind of headlights, saying that the snow gets stuck in here and completely block the headlight. My experience has been no. I've done a full winter up here in slightly north of Quebec City. We get a shit ton of snow. For you, the people that's not used to the channel, that is outsider lingo for saying a lot of snow, a lot of snow. And I haven't had any issue. I've driven through some blizzard, but I'll do a video this winter when I see a nice blizzard. So I'll go risk my life for you guys. Without further ado, let's go inside and go for a drive. It's going to be a raw, unedited video. Here we are. Let me show you. Basically, the light controls are over here, right? So that's the one thing I'm not a big fan of. So it's on auto mode, and auto high beat is on as well. Camera is set up in the windshield, and I've had it on wide view so that you guys can see as wide of a view as what the headlight's going to show you. Important key aspects when you're driving at nighttime is never outdrive your headlights, which means don't go faster than what you can see. So in total darkness like we have tonight, it's going to be very important that I'm going to maintain a safe speed, especially with these wet conditions. Now I have the RS all-wheel drive, and I gotta say I'm not a fan of the stock tires that it comes with. So the 21-inch wheels that it's on, and these tires are not the greatest. So here we go. We still have some kind of lighting going on for the road, but as we leave the village, you'll see that those lights are not going to be there anymore, and we'll get a clear view. So automatic high beams have not kicked on yet. That is one thing that I'm not a big fan of, auto high beam, because personally I would have activated my high beams by now. I recognize that ahead of me now there's a car, yeah, but before there was no car, and I would have recognized that, you know what, it was dark enough. And especially around here, a lot of wildlife, a lot of deers, raccoons, skunks, all the wildlife you can possibly imagine. So now you see that I know, well, I spoke too soon. So I still have some kind of street lamps going on here. And this is actually, well, the branches there completely hide the deer sign, but yeah, deer's within 25 meters, which means there's a very well-known deer path that they cross, and it's right here. They always cross in front of this house, so I always take this a little bit slower for safety reasons. Again, my headlamps have not kicked in. My high beams have not kicked in yet. And that is something that kind of annoys me because I'm not going to activate them. I want to let the car show you guys what the car does on its own. But I would have. I mean, these street lamps don't light up enough. And I don't know if the car is reading that those are vehicles or something, but it's not activated. And the auto high beam is on. I showed you guys that just before. Okay, so now I'm about to go up the mountain, so you can clearly see that these headlights do not have any kind of adjustment saying that they don't. Some vehicles will have adjustment where they go up and down, adjusting to the roads. This is not equipped with that. And as of right now, my high beams are still not activated, so I'm about to lose my patience and just go ahead and do it myself. There you go. That is the difference with the high beam. So now the high beams are on. I don't know if it's because of the rain. Usually they do kick on and shut off in dry conditions, so I'm not too sure if this has to do with the fact that it's raining and such, but I still think that the auto high beam doesn't come on nearly fast enough for my likings. I end up usually turning it on myself. So I still have high beams right now, so this is what you can expect with the 2025 Chevrolet Equinox with the high beams on a dark road. Still got some street lamps, although very scarce, so they don't light up anywhere near enough for us to see. And high beams is definitely recommended on this winding road here. So now I am turning down the road with zero lighting on it. It's actually a gravel road, so extremely dark. So you can see the difference with here. Now I'm switching back to just I took the high beams off, and this is what you can expect with lighting high beams off. And I'm gonna turn them on. Here we go. Now they're on, so you can see it brightens up quite far. I can see the trees at intersection over there as I'm gonna make a right turn here. Overall, I'm quite happy with how they light. Obviously, my personal vehicle prior to this 2025 was a 2016, so it didn't even have the LED lights, and it's a big difference with the LED light. Definitely brightens up a lot of wildlife here, so you never want to drive too fast around here on this gravel road. And but I can clearly see far ahead. I've got no issues with the headlights. You guys tell me. I'm not too sure how much the camera is going to do it justice. We always know that on camera everything kind of shows differently, but that's essentially what it looks like. And you know what, I am gonna at this roundabout where there's like no traffic here, guys, so I'm actually gonna back out, reverse out over here, and I'll show you the camera what it looks like at nighttime to cap off this night drive. So I just kicked it in reverse. Let me steal this. Okay, and put in. So okay, well, so you can see that you can't see too much, but one feature I absolutely do love is that I can just spray some washer fluid. There we go. Spraying washer fluid, and now I can see much better. That is something that not a heck of a lot of EVs give you as a feature. So yeah, so with the lighting, and I have zero lighting right now, so I can barely see what is going on or where the ditch is. Oh yeah, definitely need to turn this way. Tap the brakes a little bit to see where I'm at. So the ditch is a little bit on my left here. Yeah. So that's gonna cap off my, let me turn on some lights here. I don't know if that makes a difference. So that's gonna cap off my nighttime driving. I hope you enjoy it, and comment below what else you want me to see, show you guys with the 2025 Chevy Equinox EV all-wheel drive. I'm definitely gonna do some more winter driving. I also want to do some 80% real life range driving. So 8% is what's recommended to charge your vehicle on a daily. So daily, what would you get if you're a daily commuter? Comment below, like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.